By a special guest out of Springfield, Missouri on his first tour across the
Crazy.
country,
Insane.
Z. And he's going to start by sharing a little bit how he first got started in music a little over 2 years ago now.
Dude, I was going to the studio with Ave like a lot, right? And like, sometimes I'd like throw in like, you should do this. He's like, one day, instead of just like, taking that advice, he grabs me by my shoulders and he pushes me in the little 4x4 closet that had a mic in it and was like, fucking do something. And we made, a whole song that night, and the rest is fucking history, We're fucking here now. It's weird.
Yeah, what was that like transition like when you like obviously before that you were just kind of supporting your friends. You were going you were just showing up and like supporting and then it kind of transitioned to you actually going in and working.
Yeah, no, like I started off the first time I ever went to the studio, I was doing photography. I was doing $20 video or photo shoots. It was just like something, little side hustle. And I was just kicking it with Abe at first, and then we're like start making music. I'm still working and shit, not really thinking like it's gonna really go anywhere. Like I wasn't even releasing music. It was just like, homies knew that I have a few songs. And then I made Degraded, and it kind of sat with me. I was like, wait, this has kind of got like a little something different to it. So I kind of started taking it seriously after that. And, we're 2 years in now. We're at Fine Line in freaking Minnesota. Sold out show. Like, come on. And we got 40 shows. Like, it's just going to keep getting better. So.
Keep getting better.
Stoked.
Yeah.
Stoked.
And, like, with that whole process, obviously, you create a song that goes crazy on TikTok, crazy on streaming, gets over 50 million plays on Spotify alone. What was that whole process like?
Dude, okay, so like I'm at the studio already recording. I know Abe was like kind of going through it. His dad just passed away, and he calls me, like, are you here? Just like, I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, he's trying to get words out, and he just like, I'm like, dude, I'm at the studio, pull up. And that was it. Phone hung up. He came in, and like before the beat was even played, he screamed, I can't let. And our engineer actually recorded that, and that's still on the song to this day. But Abe recorded his part, we left, and I hit him up like that night. I was like, hey dude, I know this is like a special song to you, but like I have something I would love to do on it. I even said, I was like, consider it an audition. Like, let me record it. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, I'm not, like, no hard feelings. I recorded my part, and I was like, I recorded it, and he was like, bro, that's the best verse you've ever recorded, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, I fuck with it. Just let me come back and touch it up, Mm-hmm. And then he's like, yeah, for sure. 2 days later, I find out that the song has a release date and it's going crazy on TikTok. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure, dude. And like, honestly, bro, like I'm kind of glad I didn't change it, because I feel like it would have, I was trying to like perfect it, bro, and make it sound like, and I feel like the raw emotion in it and like the imperfections are like what makes it so, like
unique and
unique, and like you can connect to it and like feel like it's somebody like you on the other side of the mic, like, you know what I mean? So
and I think as like whether you're an independent artist, upcoming artist, doesn't really matter either way. There's so much like mainstream stuff that gets juiced into a song or a new song that's coming up. As someone who's coming up, really the only thing you can do is share like raw experiences, and that's something that both you and Abe do really well. Where does that like piece of it come from, to be like so vulnerable with like life experiences and what you're going through?
Dude, I like, honestly, I don't know if I can make music that's not super emotional at this point. Dude, like, I don't know, it's just like, it's a diary to me. It's like, it's me venting. It's like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna make a song. It's like, I needed some shit I need to talk about something, and this is the only way that I know how to do it. Like, I can't just like have a conversation and talk it out. I have to open up the notes with some music behind it, and that's like the only way. And then so like, yeah, there's just a lot of emotions and vulnerability that comes out of it. But like, I'm also a believer that some shit doesn't need to get taken to the studio. You know?
No, for
like
sure.
Some shit, you just need to keep that in your pocket or go talk to somebody that's getting paid to listen to you, bro. But it's like, I feel like I crossed that line, and, I'm starting to be more comfortable with it, because people, say, hey, I needed to hear that. I'm like, really? Because I thought I shouldn't say it. I almost released a song because I didn't say that, or because I did say that, So, yeah, it's really dope to, have people like, it's shitty that people relate to it, but it's also dope to know that you're like not alone in it. And,
yeah.
people relate to some of like your darkest like issues in life, you know? So it's pretty sick, dude. It's a safe space, and I fucking love being here, dude. It's so sick. I'm so stoked to be here. Blessed. Honored.
Yeah. What kind of brought on that feeling of maybe like, yes, I'm gonna have these vulnerable songs, but maybe there's some stuff that like you keep close to the chest? Or
yeah, dude, it's just, I don't know. Some people just don't. You shouldn't tell everybody everything about you, right? Fuck, dude. There's sometimes I've heard some music and I'm like, dude,
it's a little too personal.
Like, fuck, lighten up. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm starting to feel like that with my music. So, you know, we might have a different sound getting stirred in the pot here soon.
Okay.
It's like,
I think something that was
like
cool.
To bob our head sometimes.
Yeah, bob our head sometimes too, for sure. I think something that really cool tonight that obviously, you know, I've met you before, but never seen you perform live today.
Right.
Your song about your dad. You could just look out through the crowd and just see how touched and how involved everybody was with that song.
We're talking tears. We're talking like, but that's one of those songs. It's like, okay, thanks for killing the fucking vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like it, but it's like, dude, I'm trying to have a good night and not think about, you know, everything. Like, cause dude, that was like, I lost it in the studio while I was making it. That and my song Christmas Song are the only two songs I ever like actually like broke down and like just lost it, you know? So my father hit me up after 25 years and was like, hey man, I make music too, and you're just like me. I'm like, fuck you, let's play a beat. I think
Abe said that.
I was like, fuck you, let's play a beat, dude. So it's sick.
That is like a cool thing about music. I think it has an interesting way of bringing people together. And even when I met you before, I don't know if that song had been released, but I hadn't heard it before. And then I saw your video on the train tracks that you made, or like around the train tracks that you made, and I was like,
the only place to shoot a music video.
Yeah.
Like, you look at anybody in our hometown, it's literally fucking train tracks. Like, it's pretty interesting. That video was just like, I decided to wake up and shoot a video that day, and we went and did it. And I've had it for a while, honestly.
Yeah.
I dropped it not too long ago.
No, and that's something that Abe talked about tonight too, just growing up in a town of like 800 people. And you know, so many people will throw so many excuses all over the place of like where they live, where they grew up, what they do. What like kind of made you know that like it didn't really matter where you were at?
2025, everyone lives in their phones anyways. So it's like, it doesn't matter if you live in LA or if you live in, you know, BFE nowhere. Dude, it's like everyone has the same 24 hours regardless of where you're at. So you can get this shit done if you really want to. People do love making excuses, though.
Oh yeah, there's always some excuse to be made.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've gone from working to now we're on a countrywide tour. What has this been like, just traveling around the world, getting to open up for an artist and just performing music for people that might have not heard it all around the country?
There's not even a way to there's not a word to describe it. I've been looking for it for the last 2 weeks. It's like, first off, I'm beyond fucking blessed, dude. Honest Dave he's the GOAT for letting me come along, seriously. Because, like, let's be honest, there's a couple better options, right? But, yeah, no, dude, it's just been unfucking real, bro. Like, feeling the vibrations of people's voices yell as you're coming out on stage it's healing. I was kind of in the dumps before tour, dude. I'm like, you know, maybe I should go get a job. And Abe calls me. He's like, let's fucking change life. I'm like, yeah.
Let's go. That
sounds great.
So,
like, yeah, dude, there's a lot of people on the internet that, you know, they've been supporting me from like day one. I'm being able to meet all of them. These people right here are actually they're from our hometown. They were in Colombia. They followed us here. And now they're talking about going to Salt Lake City and Colorado and all types of like, dude,
let's go.
Crazy. It's crazy the support that we get from it. It's insane, dude.
With this being your first tour, like, it's kind of crazy because I know that you were at the Springfield, Missouri show and you went up and performed.
That was my third time performing ever.
Yeah, and now you're like, I mean, how many shows are you guys in the tour right now?
That show was like, what was it? Today's day 6 of tour? Day 5?
Something like that. It's not much.
So like, I've never even been on stage 10 times before, and we're doing sold out shows, dude. It's like, I keep saying unreal, but it's unfucking real.
But
dude,
where does the comfortability come up there? Because I was just talking to Abe about this when I saw him open for Modson, and no, nothing against him, but like when you're going up there for the first time, it's like to feel comfortable up there is hard. And I feel like just from watching you tonight, it felt like somehow with very little experience, you're very comfortable up there. And even when stuff derails you, you felt pretty comfortable up there.
It's just a weird thing, dude. Like, I don't even like going to Walmart by myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like eyes looking at me. But it's different when, like, you know, like, it's a whole lot of love and there's nothing else, like, behind it. And, like, as soon as your hand touches a mic and you're like, well, I'm up here, all that, like, anxiety and shit goes out the window, honestly. So, and, like, after you do it a few times, it's like, there's really nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah.
You can say that, but I still
So tomorrow will be a new battle.
Yeah. Thank you. I still get so, like, I feel like I'm cool, and then, like, 10 minutes before it's, like, showtime, I'm like, all right. Is it getting hot in here or what? Dude, so, like, I don't know. It's definitely a roller coaster of emotions for sure. It's nice, though. I'm definitely blessed.
One other thing I really wanted to touch on, I think in a world of virality, or like when something goes big, everyone says to just cling on to something that goes big. Yeah. You know, you drop I'd Rather Overdose with Ave, and you look at your songs that you put out before dropping that with Ave, and now your music now, and it still has your sound attached. It's not like you're trying to change up your style or what you're doing.
No, dude, like, I don't know. That's one thing that I'm blessed for is I started making music 2 years ago, and I don't have anybody that I, like, necessarily have to be. I can still play around with it, you know what I mean? Like, and I try to make sure that I don't get put in that genre box, you know? Like, a lot of producers hit me up after Overdose, and they're sending me just straight, like just straight folk beats, and I'm like, you know,
like, wait,
I might indulge in one of them, but I'm not Luke Bryan. Dude. Love Luke Bryan.
Yeah.
I'm not Luke Bryan.
Yeah. That would be
know?
a good fit. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I don't allow myself to settle into like any type of genre box or anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to do like more music like that, but I don't like being told who I have to be. You know?
Yeah.
So,
no, be yourself.
So,
all day,
I try to make sure every release isn't like the last one. You know, I feel like I've got like 2 or 3 different styles going on, and that will never change. You know what I mean? I can have another song go viral, and label can tell me, hey, make this stuff, and it's not going to change. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I'd say that my favorite songs from you include Degraded and Shapeshift, which I met. Shapeshift came out a while ago.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know it was out. And that,
like, honestly, that's one that kind of grew on me. I didn't really like it a whole lot when I left the studio. I had enough people say like, "Hey, this is fire," so I made it like my next release. And even after it was released, I was like, "Cool," like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a cool song, but like, it's like the more I listen to it, especially like the more I perform it, it's starting to rise. It's starting to work its way at the top of the list.
People just needed to hear it. It was somehow hidden. Like, it was hard to find.
I've actually got a music video coming out for it here soon. I'm waiting back for the final touches, but it should drop like in the middle of tour. So I'm hoping by like next weekend we'll have a Shapeshift video.
I love that.
I shot it day before I left. So
that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So you mentioned tour. We got another 3 months to tour. This is gonna be a long one. What else we got on deck for the year? I know it's hard to think past 3 months of just constant shows all around the country. So if you're anywhere, he's gonna be in your city. So check it out.
For sure. We're coming at least
everywhere.
4 hours to you. It doesn't matter where you're at, unless you're in like Canada. Even then, we'll be pretty damn close.
Close enough.
So, this year, dude, whole lot of music, whole lot of content. I'm trying to get better with the content. I haven't been posting because, you know, been on the road.
We've been on the road. A little busy with performing.
Yeah, for sure. No, whole lot of content, man. Like, I'm trying to get better with the content, and I'm not gonna say I have an album on the way yet, but we're gonna have a couple albums worth of music dropping this year for sure. I just got a United Masters partnership. Shout out United Masters, and so we're gonna get the ball rolling with that for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Bro.
Thanks for having me come out. I really appreciate it.
We've been talking about this for a minute. Dude.
Yeah, it's been a minute since November, I think, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. So.
It was dope to see you perform live, man. It was really cool.
Hopefully next time you see me, we've got some of the kinks worked out.
Yeah. No, I think you killed it tonight. Honestly, I really do. Like I was so amazed. I was telling her, I was like, I don't think that you really performed before, like, the Springfield show. I didn't know you'd done 2 other shows before that, but I didn't think there was a lot of shows.
NLE Chapa and Mexican OT.
There you go. Yeah. So a wild crowd, but yeah.
And they're not there to see my music, you know?
Which is a whole nother beast in and of itself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Everyone's like, you know, I'm coming out, tatted, light-skinned dude, no shirt on, and everyone's like, This isn't fucking NLE chopping.
Yeah.
What is that?
Whereas if I was a bad bitch, I would fuck me too.
It was all ages. A bunch of 16-year-olds in the crowd talking about slut me out.
Slut me out, yeah. Slut me out. No. There's no slut me out on this playlist.
Like, thanks for the platform, but this is fucking weird in here.
It's weird.
Dude.
Not the vibe, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Like, fuck.
Seriously, though, dude, I really appreciate you,
Awesome,
man.
Thank you so much.
And good luck with the rest of the tour.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Dude, it's gonna. I can't wait, especially to get out of Minnesota.
Yeah, somewhere a little bit warmer.
Minnesota.
A little warmer.
Love Minnesota, but turn the fucking heat on.
Turn the heat on,
guys. Got a blizzard warning on my phone.
Yeah.
I was gonna drive like middle of the night. Got a blizzard warning on my phone. I call my homegirl Jay. She's my engineer. Shout out Jace Janae. That's my engineer. She's been selling my merch for me. She's been helping me drive, dude. She's the glue. Anyways, though, I call her. Like, I was supposed to leave like 10. I was going to drive through the middle of the night. It's like 6. I'm like, hey, we got to go now.
It's going to get bad.
A northern Minnesota blizzard. Like, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
going to be different
a
shit.
blizzard
It's not
warning is different
Springfield.
home. Yeah, exactly. Blizzard warning back home is 2 inches of snow.
Yeah.
In the north where they're used to it, I'm thinking, like, you know, we're cooked. Yeah, man, for sure. Thank you, bro.
Thanks for coming out here in the cold, because I know that most people
You're out here in a t-shirt, bro. I'm like,
yeah, that was our deal. I said you could